Brett, and today we're going to talk about two different things. I'm going to show you some nail polishes that every girl needs to have in her wardrobe as far as colors. We all go get manicures once in a while, and I think it's really fun to do that, but I like doing my manicures myself sometimes. I put on my favorite Netflix series or a movie. I get out my little manicure kit and I sit, I do my nails and I polish them and let them dry, and it's a whole lot of fun. It's like a girl's night in. Sometimes I don't like getting gel manicures because if you don't get them done regularly and then you peel them off, then it really ruins your nails. And I just think it's really fun to do my own manicure, and occasionally go get one is a treat. Plus you save a lot of money too. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite colors. I'll show you these 6 colors that I would have, and I do have because these are mine, in my nail polish kit. Now I'm going to be showing you Avon nail polishes because I'm selling Avon and I am going to promote the product that I love. First I would give myself a manicure, and then I would use the Avon base coat and ridge filler, and then I would use the color, and then I would put the quick dry top coat on it from Avon, and then I would use the cuticle conditioner, and I would probably use this during my manicure, and then again I would put it on around my cuticles after my manicure. Then I would use my nail dryer, and I actually have this Avon nail dryer. It's battery operated. I take this with me when I travel in my suitcase because this is only $15. Seriously? It's so awesome. It's light as anything. I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, like I would just go get a manicure, but that's great. But manicures are like $30, $35. And I don't know. And then I go to manicure places where, you know, people don't speak my language, and a lot of the Korean manicure places, they do an amazing job and they're lovely young girls, but it's not the same. I used to own a nail salon, and I could tell you I was best friends with most of my clients, and it was just a whole different manicuring world back then, and I prefer to just do my own manicure. But here are the colors that I would recommend, and there are a lot of different brands that have similar colors. Okay, I would have a rose pink in my manicure arsenal. If pink doesn't look good on you, then maybe a coral peach would be great, but this one just happens to be Avon Wandering Rose. It's a gorgeous color nail polish. I love it, so I would choose that one. I would choose this color called Tweed, and it's not black, it's this gorgeous kind of deep Merlot. And let me put one of these on my fingers. It's like a deep Merlot color. It's so like a burgundy almost, but it's not so much red, it's a little browner. I love it. And then I would pick this gorgeous shade of ballerina pink, and this one is called Pastel Pink, and let's put this one on. All right, this is the pastel pink, and I like it because it's a little bit opaque, and I don't have the nicest nails. You can see where my arthritis has kind of deformed my hand there, but this one is a gorgeous pastel pink, but it's opaque. I love it. Really, all these are really gorgeous colors. The next color is called Barefoot Beige. This color is kind of like the pink. It's called Barefoot Beige, but you could see the difference. Let me see if I could get my hand up there close enough. Maybe I'm gonna actually hold my hand back here. I think it's better. But do you see? This one I really love. If you just want to see, this one's actually, even though it's pink, it's actually a little brighter. And then, let's see, this one is called Cherries Jubilee. Look at that color. Now this one is a little more red. It's so hard to see with these lights. Oh, this is gorgeous. Okay, now this one, see the difference between the Tweed and the Cherries Jubilee? Now this is only one, this is only one coat of each, but I just want you to see the difference. Okay. And so this one is red, and it's just red. And then the red, which is True Red. True Red is my favorite. I always love just True Red nail polish. So here we have the beige, the pastel pink, the Cherry Jubilee, the Tweed and the Wandering Rose, and here is the red, just basic Avon red, and this one is the Cherries Jubilee. I love all of those colors, and I alternate. I really have to give myself a manicure before I go back to work the day after tomorrow, so I am going to probably do that. I'm going to sit tonight. I'm going to put on a really good movie on Netflix. I'm going to get out my nail polish, my remover, all my fancy creams. I'm going to soak my fingers. I have a really cool electric manicure kit, and I'll have to put a picture of that on here for you. And I just buff out my nails. It's so much faster than using a nail file, and it's just so much more fun. And then I'll polish my nails, and they will look really great. Next time I do a video, I'm going to have my nails perfectly polished so you can see. I also want to talk to you a little bit about social media etiquette. I was talking to my mother the other day about how we are kind of tired of people always ranting and raving on Facebook and other social media platforms, with the exception of YouTube, because you will gear your YouTube channel toward the audience that thinks like you, and so YouTube is probably an acceptable way to talk about whatever it is that you want to discuss with the rest of the world. But on Facebook, it's a little different. A lot of us use Facebook for business. A lot of us have our friends from work on Facebook, and some of those friends are acquaintances, and we don't always think the same way. I have even lost a couple friends through Facebook once the election happened, like many of us did, because people were posting things that it was just crazy. And it's not that I cared, it's not that I agree or disagree. I mean, you could be totally ambivalent about your political views and just kind of go with the flow type of person, but the hatred is just, it screams at you, and it doesn't matter what your political beliefs are. I've decided that I think that people should have a preppy attitude toward their social media posts. And what do I mean by that? Well, I grew up on the Jersey Shore, very New Englandy type of place to grow up. It's an exclusive enclave right on the beach. For those of you who don't know, New Jersey has some of the most beautiful beaches in the whole United States. They rival those in California and other places. And I think of places like where we lived was kind of like Cape Cod or Martha's Vineyard, or, anywhere like that where you have just miles and miles and miles of beautiful beaches and state parks. But one of the things that was a big attitude back where I lived was the preppy attitude, because it's not New England officially, but it kind of is in that little enclave area there. So the preppy attitude means that when you're posting on social media, I think it's an important, and I wrote them down here so that I'm going to look over here just so that I can keep on point. A preppy attitude is one of happiness. Be happy, be light, smile and engage others. Try to always look on the bright side and be positive about the things happening to you in your life. If you have political views you feel strongly about, or you're running for political office, or you're a mayor of a town and it's really important that you get your political views across, open a Facebook group, and invite all of your like-minded friends to join that group where you can all be honest and open and loud about how you feel. And that's perfectly okay. I don't expect all of us to agree on everything. That's the most amazing thing about this country, is we don't have to agree on everything. Another thing is be outgoing and be friendly and embrace everyone, even if you don't agree with them. Listen, even if you don't give them approval. And be courteous, because that is truly the American way, to agree and disagree. It's been going on that way since the early days of our forefathers. It's just, if you've ever watched the movie 1776, there was a lot of disagreeing going on there. So it's perfectly acceptable if you do it and you're polite. Stand up straight and avoid talking politics and money in social settings. It's just inappropriate. Did you know that I was thinking the other day that I have friends of mine on Facebook that have been my childhood friends for 30, 40 years now, some of them, and I just found out recently what their political views are through all the hubbub on Facebook. and that I have been close friends with them, doing social activities with them many times in my life without ever knowing who they voted for. And that was okay with me. I liked it that way. I don't need to know, and I don't care. I don't even ask my boyfriend of 10 years before we broke up. I never even asked him who he voted for. It's none of my business. So that's the way I feel about that. And never be snobby, because it shows poor breeding, and it's not full of social grace. Be socially graceful. Be kind. Smile. Engage others. Listen. Be respectful and polite. Agree to disagree, and bring up other things that you have in common with that person. And on Facebook, let's keep it to business and sharing the good things in our lives, even sharing the bad things, and even saying, if you really feel strongly about something politically and you want to make one small comment because it's just eating away at you that you can't express yourself. Personally, I would say keep it to yourself, because what is it going to do once it's out there? It doesn't change anything, good or bad. It may make you feel better, but I don't know. I've always been more of a private person. I don't discuss my problems with everyone. I don't discuss my feelings about everything with everyone. And I think that's really the way it should be. But if you do feel like saying just one thing, keep it a little bit neutral. Don't be so hateful. Just say, wow, having a really bad day. I'm so bothered by what's going on with blank, blank, blank. Much better than some of the hate that is still being spewed post the presidential election, with all the problems that we're already facing from other venues in this country. And I have no opinion on any of it, because my channel's fun and light and crunchy. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this, share it or subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye. Thanks so much for watching. Click the subscribe button or the bell and get notified whenever I upload a new video. Thank you. You're awesome.